Hey guys, Novacast here, and today I'm bringing to you guys the highly requested shoddy tips tutorial video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the pump shoddy and the tac shoddy better for players who want to know how to use these weapons better. And yeah, but before we get into the video, I just want to say, if you guys want to ask me any questions, be sure to hit up my Twitter. It's right here. I'm pointing to it, Novacast TV. If you want any of your questions answered, because you guys literally like destroy the comment sections now, so I can't really keep up. But I do try to respond to as much as I can. But if you 100% want a response, be sure to hit my Twitter. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so first up I want to address the pump versus tax situation. This is an argument that's been going on since the start of Fortnite. And in this video, I'm going to be splitting up this video into two parts. The first part, we're going to be talking about the Detached Shotgun, and the second part, we're going to be talking about the Pump Shotgun. Alright guys, so first up, we have the Detached Shotgun. This shotgun is what I recommend beginners to use. If you aren't good with the shotgun, and you're still learning how to use this, the guns in this game and stuff like that, there's a guy over here. Should I kill him? So yeah, if you're still learning to use the guns in the game, this is a shotgun I recommend. This is your best friend if you're a noob at the game, because it's literally the easiest thing to use. It's an auto shoddy. If you miss, there's no wait time. This is the aggressive weapon. If you're using this, you can be very aggressive and get away with it. When you're getting into challenges with people, you can just shoot. You don't need to build. Continuously shoot them and get away with it. So that's this gun. There's not much to it. Obviously, you can build to compensate for stuff with this weapon. And then peek shot, but you don't really need to, seeing that you can just spam shots and get away with it. And yeah. Alright guys, so this right here is an example of an aggressive challenge with a tac shoddy. So basically I was challenging this guy, got the high ground him from by building really well, and then I realized that I have to push him with the tac shoddy because he's building above him. When you're in a situation like this, you just want to shoot down the roof and drop in with the tac. That's the good thing about this, because you can just spam shots and actually like fall into the walls that the person's placing down. So if you have a tac, I recommend you do this if someone's actually trying to hide from you. Be super aggressive with it, because you can get away with being aggressive. Pushing people when you have the high ground downwards is very, very easy when you have the tac shoddy. So if you guys have the tac shoddy, I recommend doing exactly what I did here if you're actually getting into a really aggressive build battle. Another thing I want to talk about in terms of the tac shotgun is if you're challenging people with the tac shotgun, seeing that you're not going to be building to compensate for the delay time, because there is no delay time with the tac, you want to be crouching and jumping when you're using the tac shotgun. This is very important. Alright guys, so if you pay attention right here, this is a clip of me actually avoiding a gunshot by crouching. I actually crouch right here, and he misses a pump shot on me, so this is very useful. It doesn't matter if you aim for the head or the body with the tac, seeing that there is a crit damage that it gives you, but usually as long as you're close to them, you'll get a lot of damage with this. With the pump, it's a little bit different. You want to aim for the head. Next up, we're going to be talking about the pump shoddy. The pump shoddy is a bit complicated of a weapon. If you are a new player and you're not that great at this game, I don't recommend using the pump shoddy, because the pump shoddy is a weapon that is basically a skill gap. If you get good with this weapon, you can destroy, but if you're not that great at this game, I don't recommend using this weapon. So the problem with the pump shoddy is that there's a delay time between shots. So that's the fastest you can fire, and you can see that there's a bit of a gap. So that means you can die in between shots. So to compensate for this, every time you shoot with the pump shoddy, I recommend you build a wall if you miss your shot or they don't die. And then you can react afterwards by peek shotting them. This way that you don't die while you're using the pump shoddy, and you can actually get at the person. Alright guys, so right here I actually heard someone, so I built immediately as I knew I'd be using my pump shoddy. I'm going for a peek shot, but he actually runs behind me, so I realize I don't actually need to use my pump because he's just running away, and I switch out my tac. So right here is another really good example of actually using building to my advantage. I'm in the same spot. I build up because I hear a guy. I'm looking for him with my pump, waiting to peek shot, hit him again by switching over. He actually hit me because he was in a really weird angle, but I still got the jump on him. He had no idea where I was at first, and I was able to get 2 shots off on him. So that's pretty cool. So guys, the benefit of using the pump shoddy over the tac shoddy is that the pump shoddy does about 250 damage a headshot. So it's ridiculous. You can one-shot people with this. That's what the appeal of this weapon is. Well, the tac is very inconsistent, does a lot less damage, but the gap between the pumps actually makes this weapon very hard to use, so you have to compensate by building between your shots so you don't actually die. And if you want to be aggressive with this, you need to be able to peek shot, 3 peek when you're using this, Alright guys, so for this next part of the video, I actually want to talk about a couple things that actually apply to both shotguns, and I want to go over the pump tack strat. So running pump tack is the meta nowadays. If you guys remember, double pump used to be the meta, but seeing that the double pump got nerfed, actually everyone has been running the pump and tack shotty, and right here's a perfect example of why. You lead up with the pump with a big bang, and then you just follow up with attack immediately, and then you can continue going with the tack, so this is very useful, and I definitely recommend you start using this. Have 2 slots open, drop your pump for an RPG later game. But early game, definitely run pump tack. It's completely worth it, in my opinion. I always run pump tack, so I recommend you do. And I actually want to address a couple other things in terms of sensitivity and peak shotting and things like that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into that stuff. Alright guys, so first off, we're going to be talking about peak shotting. Peak shotting in shotguns, this works with both the pump and the tack shotgun. You basically just bob over a corner, shoot, and dip back down so you don't get shot by the other person. It makes it so it's harder for them to shoot you, and it's hard for you to get shot. The same tactic can work with 3-peeking. This is a tactic where you go against the wall and look around it. Therefore, you don't actually have to show yourself, and you can get an idea of what's happening behind the wall. This is very useful when you're trying to kill people and you're not exactly sure where they are. You can 3-peek a wall, find them, line up your shotty, and just go boom, and they're dead. Alright guys, so this is an example of 3-peeking without like your own building. So I'm just using these boxes to 3-peek. I hear a person, I shoot him, he gets away, so I decide not to push him, just keep 3-peeking. He eventually challenges me, and I just use the wall to my advantage. I am trying to peek really fast, so I do miss a lot of my shots. But I do eventually kill him, and I use the wall to my advantage. And right here, I do the exact same thing. I just light up this wall, see that guy, saw him, 3-peek, and kill him. So easy peasy. Now, there's another thing I want to address with shotguns. Shotguns differ on console in 2 ways. That is, if you either have a fast sense or a slow sense. If you have a slow sense, you don't need to ADS. But if you have a fast sense, you need to ADS. If you have a sensitivity of 5 or above, you need to zoom in every shot you're taking. You gotta get used to this motion of zooming in before you shoot, because the aim assist on this game is literally nuts. It helps you out so much. If you're not doing this, you need to do that. If you play with a slow sense, slower than 4 or slower, I don't recommend you aim in at all. If you're going into a gunfight, you want to not scope in, allow you to move much faster in terms of shoddy fights, because ADSing with slower sensitivity is super slow, and it's just not going to get you the kills you need. Alright guys, so as I stated, the meta that I like to use is the pump tack, but I want to go over all the other different types of metas, because there are a lot right now, seeing that the double pump nerf was like a big hit to the community. Obviously, I feel like it's very fair that it got nerfed because the double pump was very OP, but I want to go over the alternate like uses that you can use instead of the pump tack if you don't think the pump tack is your jam. I think the pump tack is great. It's what I like to use, but again, some people might not like the tack shotty. So alternate like uses are the pump and the SMG. That's something that a lot of people have been using, and be seeing that the SMG actually got a big buff recently. So that's something you can use if you do not like using the pump tack. Another thing that I've seen people doing is actually running the pump in the silenced pistol. I don't really agree with this that much, but again, if you like to do that, then you do you. But again, if you do run the pump tack, I feel like it's very worth it, seeing that later game, like I did right here, you can literally just switch out your pump for an RPG when you find one, and it makes it so that you can run this very effectively. You don't have to think about what you're doing, and late game, if you do want to switch it out, then you can just drop it for the pump. You can drop the pump for an RPG right away. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you learned anything new, be sure to drop a like on this video because it helped me out a lot. And if you guys want to know more tips like this, be sure to drop a sub on the channel because I will help you get better. If you're willing to learn, I'll be dishing out all the knowledge I know on this game, help you get better, give you more tips. Sniper tips video coming out soon, and yeah. And also, I just want to say, if you guys didn't really learn anything new from this video, that's okay. If you liked my style, then be sure to drop a sub as well. I mean, this was a shoddy tips video. There's not way too much I can give tips for, seeing that it's a close range weapon. But I can definitely help you out in terms of sniping and building and tips like that. So that will be coming out soon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoy this video, again, be sure to drop a big like because it helped me out so much. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye. Have a good day. Peace. Yeah. Bye.